fun song, but that was a banger, thank you. It's really nice to be out on a Sunday afternoon. Like, I have a 5-year-old, so it's honestly just a treat to be like out of the house. Have we got any other parents in? Yeah. It's fucking exhausting, isn't it? Like, what's that about? Like, my son is 5 and it's just like utter chaos, like all the time. And are you guys all students?
Yeah.
I can tell because you still look like you have hope and there's like light behind you. I used to have that. But it is just like absolutely exhausting. And my mistake was I was the first one in my friendship group to like have a kid. So I went from being viewed as someone who's relatively incompetent in like most things in her life to now like they come to me for advice like I'm that fucking tree from Pocahontas, like just asking me questions about like gentle parenting and like shit like that. But like I have consistently just messed up being a mum like at every opportunity. Like I think I'm making good decisions and it's just constantly going wrong. So like, for example, Halloween just gone. My son woke up and said, "Can I wear my costume all day?" And I thought like, why not? Slaking, pop off, live your life. And what he was on Halloween was a tiny Grim Reaper. Cute, right? Like what can go wrong? So we like toddled off to a Halloween party. And we're on our way back. And to get back to our house, you have to walk past a church. And we were approaching the church, and it became very obvious to me very quickly that there was a funeral taking place. And you get tests in life where you're like, I am going to have to handle this. Like, this is my opportunity to like show off my like parenting skills. I'm a grown-up now, I'm a mum, I can do this. So he's a reasonable guy. So I got down to his level, like I was kind of negotiating a hostage situation. It's like, here's what's going to happen, mate. We're walking past, we're quiet, we're respectful, it's going to be fine. It's like, yeah, I can do that. So we're walking on past and obviously getting some looks, but you know, it's fine. And just as we're about to kind of pass the crowd, the hearse pulls up with the coffin in the back. And my son, dressed as a small Grim Reaper, decided at that moment to shout at the top of his voice, "Hello, dead person! Welcome to your funeral!" So obviously that went exactly how I planned, and we got home, and I felt really guilty about it. I was like, they're going to get home, and that's going to be the talk of the funeral. Do you know what I mean? And after a while, I kind of thought, having a funeral on Halloween, like, is a fucking choice, isn't it? Like, there aren't many themed funerals, but that kind of felt like it. Having your funeral on Halloween kind of feels like booking your wedding at Butlins and then being pissed off that there's like a bunch of lads doing shots at the bar dressed as minions. Like, that's just kind of what fucking happens, isn't it? And something that I've also learned about after becoming a mum is, like, kids are scary, and I don't mean that in the sense that like, oh god, like I've birthed you into a world that's falling apart. I mean, they are literally terrifying. My son came up to me the other day and he was like, "I can remember before I was born." Alright, what was that like? And I was expecting something maybe quite sweet, quite endearing, and he just got really close to me and went, "It was silent and dark." Right? And he's basically like a small Stephen King. Like, his job in life seems to be, I'm going to terrify you to the point of psychosis. So he really likes ghosts. He's obsessed with ghosts, zombies, goosebumps, all of that jazz. And his thing in the last few months has been that he thinks there is a ghost in our house of an old man who he calls the man that lives in the walls. And every now and then he'll say that he's been like talking to him. So he woke me up the other morning, it was about 4 a.m, and he shook me awake and he was like, "Wake up." So I woke up and I was like, "What's the matter?" "I've been talking to the man in the walls." Instantly terrified. And I was like, "Okay, what did he say?" He got really close to my ear and he just went, "He wants me to tell you your hair smells nice." I literally just live in fear. Like, I'm going to have to move house, and if the man in the walls follows us, I'm just going to have to burn that one down. And you become a parent, I feel, and you kind of think, this is me as a grown-up, like I'm proper now, do you know what I mean? Like I've got a full-time job, I'm married, I've checked all the things off that I'm meant to do. But you will find, girls, you can't escape your past, it's always going to follow you. Christmas just gone, I took my son to a grotto, and you kind of think, what can go wrong? We all know Santa, we all know a grotto, it's like foolproof. And we were queuing up for this grotto, and the way it worked was, you got to the front of the queue, a grown-up dressed as an elf came out and got you all pumped up to go in and see the big guy himself. So we were queuing up, and he was really excited. And we got to the front of the queue, and our elf came out, and it became very obvious to me very quickly that our elf was the man I lost my virginity to. There's a lot of things you can prepare for love in life. Seeing your first sexual conquest in bells and tights is not one of them. So we went in to meet Santa. Santa said, what would Mummy like for Christmas? And I was just thinking, Mummy would like a fucking break for Christmas, if that's all right. And my son was sort of chatting away, saying what he wanted, and I was stood next to Liam the elf, who I had not seen for a number of years, and I kind of said, so how have you been? Like, how's your mum? How's life? And he said to me, sort of dead serious, I actually can't talk to you because it's part of my contract that I have to stay in character. And I thought, I know your fucking character, mate, and it's the guy that fingers girls behind the leisure centre. Allegedly. But thanks for listening to me. I've been Molly Kinsey.